Ahoy pirates! This is my experience from being a clueless digital nomad in Japan to becoming a director of a Japanese company within 1 year and how you can do so too. Watch closely because many people struggle to organize their remote lives in Japan. A successful remote work experience in Japan starts with 8 simple steps, and this video will walk you through them all, including how to avoid my biggest failure of arriving unprepared. Find all the timestamps and links in the description. Living costs. Problem: Japan, expensive or budget-friendly? I had the perfect plan. 1 year in Japan, snowboarding the legendary powder in Hokkaido, slowly making my way down the country with the cherry blossoms and ending in Okinawa to find my original karate dojo, surf, dive and sail. Sounds amazing, right? Well, my biggest failure? Underestimating how much planning and research it takes to live effortlessly in Japan. Especially since my Japanese skills are, well, let's just say I know how to say kawaii and konnichiwa. My experience and conflict. Is Japan expensive? Yes and no. Here's the deal. Japan can be expensive, but it doesn't have to be. My standards: private room, no capsule hotels for me, eating out every other day, public transport on the regular, doing my sports on a daily basis. And guess what? I lived in Hokkaido for under $1,000 a month, while snowboarding every single day. Tokyo, Osaka, expensive. But thanks to the weak yen in 2020, living on a budget under $1,500 per month is totally possible. Right now, I'm chilling in Okinawa for under $1,200 per month. How I solved it. Housing hacks and local tricks. The real challenge? Finding those budget-friendly accommodations and secret local deals. But after trial, error, and a lot of confused Google Translate moments, I figured it out. Share houses and short-term furnished apartments. I show how to book them in this video. Renting or buying a cheap bicycle or use public transport. I spend only $60 up to $80 per month on transport. Buying a used car in Okinawa for under $1,000. Yep, it's possible. Video here. Scoring cheap food. Breakfast at home, $3, lunch out, $5 up to $10, and dinner maximal $17. Japan's food is amazing and affordable. Lesson: Japan on a budget is 100% doable. If you skip the tourist traps and know where to look, you can live comfortably in Japan without breaking the bank. I've put together full money breakdowns and tips so you can avoid all the struggles I went through. Check them out in the links below. Visa. Problem: how do you stay in Japan long term? I had a plan. Daily ramen like Naruto, shredding Hokkaido's powder like Chopper, and catching waves in Okinawa like a one-piece crew member. But then, the real boss fight appeared. Visa rules. Sure, you can enter as a tourist, but Japan is not Bali. You can only enter twice a year for 3 months at a time, meaning you will be doing a lot of airport goodbyes. My experience and conflict. The visa maze. When I first planned my Japan adventure, I thought I'd figure it out as I go. I was wrong. Visa rules are tricky, and finding the best option for long-term stays took a ton of research. But don't worry, I've already did the research, battled bureaucracy, and unlocked the secret techniques. Let's break it down so you don't have to suffer through filler episodes of stress. How I solved it. Visa options for digital nomads. Here's the lowdown on how to stay in Japan legally while working remotely. Work and holiday visa for under 30-year-olds, but enter with 32. One of the easiest ways to get, valid for 1 year and no longer requires a sponsor. Just show proof of funds and you're in. Digital nomad visa, new since 2024. Stay for 6 months. Use ProScan too, but you need a certain income level, medical insurance covering your entire stay, more on that later, and you need to apply from an eligible country. Must have travel insurance for Japan. If you're applying for the digital nomad visa, Japan requires travel medical insurance that covers your full stay. I highly recommend my partner Safety Wing, which is approved by the Japanese government and embassies for visa applications, affordable and flexible, and covers accidents, medical emergencies, and more. Nomad Insurance Complete is an insurance for unexpected and ongoing health issues with extended travel protection. Bonus: if you plan on doing skiing, snowboarding, or surfing, get the adventure sports add-on. It covers extreme sports like scuba diving, kite surfing, and even martial arts. Find the insurance link in the description. And yes, it's an affiliate link, which is highly appreciated by me. Arigatou gozaimasu. Lesson: pick the right visa. Japan now has multiple visa options for digital nomads and long-term travelers. The key? Pick the one that suits your lifestyle, get the right insurance, and plan ahead so you can enjoy Japan without visa stress. Want a full step-by-step breakdown? Check out a detailed video guide in this video. Housing. Problem: finding the perfect place to live in Japan. So you want to live in Japan, but hotels are expensive, Airbnbs will drain your wallet, and capsule hotels, well, let's just say they don't scream comfortable long-term living. You need something affordable, furnished, and actually livable, but finding that, not so easy. My experience in conflict: the housing roller coaster. I've tried everything. I lived in a shared house, basically Japan's version of a co-living. Video on that here. My own apartments, and even a massive traditional house in Okinawa that came with a shrine near the beach. Yes, I was basically the main character in a Ghibli movie for a while. Each place had pros and cons, but finding them was the real challenge. How I solved it: housing hacks. Here's how I finally cracked the code. Search in Japanese or get help from a local. Use the right websites, not just the ones tourists see. Book at least 3 months in advance. Good places go fast. Network with locals. They know the best hidden gems. Sounds like a lot of work. Don't worry, I've got you covered. This channel has a full guide on finding your own apartment or share house. Check out the links in the description. Lesson: a sneak peek into my next move. Speaking of housing, here's something unbelievable but true. I became a shareholder in a Japanese smart hostel company. This isn't just any hostel, it's designed for digital nomads and travelers, built inside traditional Japanese ryokans. Imagine staying in a place with tatami floors and sliding doors, a bonsai garden, a Japanese fireplace called irori, and a kitchen that actually brings people together. If that sounds like your vibe, check out algorithmy.care. Because Japan isn't just about visiting, it's about living the experience. Internet. Problem: too many internet options. Japan is a dreamland of fast, reliable internet. But if you need mobile data, oh boy, welcome to SIM Card Survivor Japan Edition. eSIMs, pocket Wi-Fi, regular SIMs, so many choices, so much confusion. I fell deep into the abyss of comparison charts, bad purchases, and regret. My experience in conflict: the struggle was real. At first, I thought, I just grabbed the first SIM I see. Rookie mistake. One didn't provide a hotspot, another had weird cancellation options, and one mysteriously did not even have a cell phone number. Meanwhile, the regular Wi-Fi in Japan, basically magic. Always included in accommodations, lightning fast, and never a single hiccup. Even when I was on top of a mountain in Hokkaido, snowboarding mid-Teams call. Yes, they have free unlimited Wi-Fi on the slopes, legendary. But mobile data? That took some trial and error. How I solved it: the ultimate SIM hack. After testing way too many options, I finally cracked the code. Get a physical SIM with at least 30 GB or unlimited and a Japanese phone number. Why? Because Japan loves phone verifications. Wanna book a restaurant, taxi, activity, you need a local number. No number equals no sushi. And that's a tragedy. Also make sure it's from a legit provider with easy cancellation, no hidden fees because surprise, charges suck. Stable hotspot function so you can work from anywhere. Whether it's a mountain, cafe, or at a beach in Okinawa, this SIM redefines working remotely. Who knew work-life balance could look this cool? Lesson learned from my struggle: save yourself the research hustle. I linked my favorite SIM provider in the description below. It ticks all the boxes and won't leave you stranded. Now sail ahead, get connected, and enjoy Japan without the Wi-Fi stress. Time difference. Problem: the Pokemon time zone struggle. Living in Japan but working with Europe or the United States? Congrats! You've unlocked time zone chaos mode. Japan is 7 up to 9 hours ahead of Europe and 13 up to 17 hours ahead of the United States, which can be either a superpower or a sleep-depriving nightmare. Let's break it down. My experience in conflict: Pikachu or Jigglypuff? Pros: the Pikachu time zone hack. Uninterrupted work time. When I start my workday in Japan, my European and United States colleagues are still dreaming. No pings, no last-minute urgent emails, just pure, glorious focus time. This means I can snowboard in winter, surf in summer, and start work around 5 like a productivity ninja. You look like a work machine. Wrap up a project in your evening, boom, it lands in Europe's morning inbox. They think you worked all night. Efficiency level Super Saiyan. Bonus, it also lets me sleep in, if needed, after all you can drink in an izakaya. Unlimited flexibility. Since my core work hours are later, I get to live like a tourist during the day. Need to run errands, visit the temple, Eat way too much convenient belt sushi? No problem. Weekdays, daytime is my playground. Cons. The Jigglypuff time zone struggle. Late night meetings. Syncing with the West means calls at weird hours. I've literally taken meetings from my car after karate training. Not ideal, but hey, multitasking. Waiting for replies. Send an email in the morning. You might hear back when you're already halfway through dinner. Luckily, my job isn't too affected, but if you need real-time communication, this can be frustrating. Work-life balance? What's that? Working odd hours can mess with your routine, but I actually enjoy the peaceful late-night work vibe. Plus, most cafes stay open super late because of the long Japanese working hours. Lesson? Choose your Pokemon right. Working in European time from Japan is like having a Pikachu. Fast, energetic, and always ready to go. You power through work in the evening, enjoy Japan's adventures during the day, and still get a decent night's sleep. Zap, productivity unlocked. But US time? That's like relying on a very sleepy Jigglypuff. Late night meetings, odd hours, and a constant battle to not pass out mid-Zoom. You might start strong, but before you know it, poof, you're asleep. If you're thinking about working from Japan, pick your Pokemon wisely. Structure your days, keep your energy up, and make sure your work schedule doesn't turn you into a drowsy Snorlax. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, shred the like button. Work locations and co-working spaces. The problem, finding the perfect work spot. So you're in Japan, living the digital nomad dream, but where do you actually get work done? My experience, from cafes to unexpected workspaces. Fun fact, Japan is a cafe working paradise. No laptop bans, no side eyes, just you, your matcha, and that perfect productivity vibe. Bonus points for blending in, because the locals do it too. Work culture goals. But that's not all. Of course, Google Sensei can point you to all the big co-working spaces in major cities. But, wanna know my favorite hack? Hotel lobbies. Yep, some are actually designed for working. And no one bats an eye if you camp out with your laptop. Bonus, they come with fancy chairs and decent coffee. And for a truly local experience, I love finding small, laptop-friendly cafes with stunning views, fast Wi-Fi, and healthy food. One of my all-time favorites is in Okinawa. Check the links in the description for the best spots. Making friends and connecting with locals. The problem: talking to people in Japanese? So here's the deal. If you speak Japanese, making friends is way easier. But guess what? I still can't speak it. And honestly, it's kind of embarrassing. I like to say I'm just language dyslexic. Yeah, exactly, dyslexic. But the truth is, Japanese is hard. It's like trying to learn 3 different motorcycle brands at once: Yamaha, Kawasaki, and Suzuki. Oh, wait, I mean hiragana, katakana, and kanji. My experience finding my crew without Japanese. Despite my 0 kanji powers, I managed to find my people. How? Through sports and communities I love. Snowboarding, because nothing bonds people faster than shredding together on the slope. Karate dojo, hard training and katas equals friendship, right? LGBTQIA+ community, found some amazing welcoming people here. Local events and pub crawls, connect with locals and survive all you can drink. Link in description. But let's be real, sometimes you need a little extra help to connect with locals, and here's the unexpected secret weapon. The solution: dating apps. But not for dating. I know, sounds weird. But in Japan, people use dating apps more for making friends than actual dating. Seriously, it's a thing. Swipe right for friendship. Also, if you want to actually learn the language, which, let's be honest, is the ultimate pro move, I highly recommend a language course. Links in description. Lesson: find your people even if your Japanese sucks. Making friends in Japan is totally possible even if your language skills are trash tier. Find communities, try new things, and maybe even embrace the dating app for friendship hack. And if you want to level up your Japanese, start learning now, because trust me, Google Translate can only carry so far. Visa extension, without a fake marriage plot. The problem: staying in Japan long term. So you want to stay in Japan longer? Yeah, me too, but I don't want to constantly fly in and out. And no, just get married isn't the solution. Trust me, I checked. Not only is that a terrible idea for a visa strategy, but as of 2025, gay marriage still isn't legal in Japan. So yeah, no lucky escape for me there. My experience, how I accidentally got a work visa. Here's where my story gets interesting. I kinda got headhunted by coincidence. It all started in Hidatakayama, this beautiful UNESCO village in the Japanese Alps. I was there for a local festival, just chilling by a fireplace, sipping sake. Then out of nowhere, this mysterious Japanese guide starts talking to me. We get into this deep conversation about startups, travel, and digital nomads. Turns out he owns a traditional ryokan turned smart hostel and was looking for people to help grow the business. A few conversations and months of convincing me later, bam, I'm now a shareholder and one of the directors of the company. Links in the description. The solution: business and work visas. Thanks to my role in the company, I got a work visa, and if you're serious about staying in Japan, you might be able to do something similar. There's also the business management visa, which is an option if you're starting or running a business in Japan. Find info about the business management visa in this video. Interested in getting a visa with us? Watch this video next, where I break down how you can get a visa through algorithmy.care and maybe even join us in making Japan a home for digital nomads. It's been a wild ride, but if I can live my ikigai, so can you.